This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We were just talking to our boss, Dave, about his special little outfit that he bought so he would fit in at Gay Swim Club in Melbourne.
Yes.
Have we put the picture up yet?
Is it up? Oh, we'll put it in.
We're working on it.
It'll be on our
It'll be up
Insta.
there soon,
Nathan,
so you
Nat and
can
Sean.
get yourself. And we should actually let people know where they can buy it from as well, because there'll be a flood of sales. So it's some Speedos with like a matching coloured hat. The hat says Pool Boy, and the Speedos have a white linear drawing of two men about to kiss. The anticipation, Sean, which is the hottest part.
It's on our Insta story, so check that out.
When I was going to my cousin's wedding in Puckapunyal, I was very excited to go over there. And we got
So
to,
that's
very
regional
famous.
Victoria, and there's an army base there. Yeah.
So I was really excited to pick an outfit out for that, and this was my special little outfit.
How old were you at the time?
I don't know. I don't think old enough to know better. My brother wore like a sweater with some slacks and a shirt, so he looked quite normal for the time. And I remember it was at Kmart in Kalgoorlie, and I thought, this is the best thing ever.
You had the pick of the store.
I don't wonder if this is a theme. It's the same colour as Dave's Speedos. I got what I would
aqua?
call a green suit, which is...
Okay. So you're about, 25 there?
Everything's green.
No, it's like a matching...
Colour blocking.
Rihanna would wear that these days in the Super Bowl show and look amazing. But it's like a... it's
Marlene looking hot in her jumper too, just quietly.
Look at that. She looks like she looks like a woman that did porn.
Yeah.
But like mum porn. Like that's like porn makeup.
So it's the 80s, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's like thick in the 80s.
Thick in the 80s.
That was my special little outfit. I thought I looked amazing.
We are talking special little outfits. Kylie, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Kylie.
Kylie, are you telling us about your special little outfit?
Certainly am. I went out shopping one day with my girlfriends and I bought this pink little skirt that had a little tutu frill on it.
Oh, yeah.
And thought it was the best thing ever. And I put it on, went home to my parents' house, and my dad was absolutely mortified by it. And he threatened to put my underwear out on the mailbox if I wore it out in public with them.
What was wrong with that? Was it see-through or something? What was the issue?
No, it was quite short,
okay.
but it was just in his eyes a very hideous little skirt with a little tutu, and he thought I'd look like a little child with it, and he's like, you're a 19-year-old adult, not a child.
So the punishment, Kylie, that's
Sean.
Doesn't fit
Yeah.
the crime.
Was it just one pair of underwear or all of your underwear on top of the letterbox?
I think he would have put all of my underwear just to embarrass me in front of my friends.
Yeah,
But,
okay.
then you're wearing that skirt with
no underwear.
Exactly. I didn't know how that one was going to work.
Thanks, Kylie. Alira, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Alira.
Right, Alira, who's got a special little outfit?
So this is a story about my mum. She bought like a pajama top. It was kind of like a little lingerie top as well. And she thought it looked really nice and really cute, that it could pass as the top she could wear out.
Yeah.
So on my 19th birthday, we went out to the clubs and we went out drinking, and she thought it was a great idea to wear this top out clubbing and drinking. So
And it was pajamas.
yeah, it was a pajama. She was like, oh, this looked really nice with a pair of jeans.
honey.
So she's gone out to the clubs wearing this top with a pair of jeans. And then she did it again for a following family member's birthday as well.
Oh, so this is her now
go-to.
going out birthday outfit is essentially a pajama top and jeans.
Pretty much, yeah. And it was, I was 19 at the time for this particular birthday. So it was embarrassing, but it was so funny just to watch her thinking she looked like this cool young mum that was dressed so nice. But it was quite funny and quite entertaining to watch.
Let me tell you about a man I know. His name's Brian Morris, and he was going to the shops in these range of new shirts that he'd bought that he thought looked amazing, and they were rash vests.
Slimline though. Whoa,
They were rashies.
Well, you've got to rig your
I know.
wheel
I had to
set
tell him that
conquers.
these are rashies.
Did you throw a bucket of water on it to prove the point?
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
So we are talking about the things you do for love and lust that are outside of your natural sphere.
Just like Marcus, when he was working in Kalgoorlie at a nightclub, he landed the barmaid, and to be with her, she required him to wear a
Mullet wig.
out in public.
And he did. He
had
settled in.
She had the real hair wig made for
Yep.
him, and he did.
And he did
For
it.
a month.
And he did it
Because she was pretty handy.
She was hot.
Jess is in Lesmedi. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, Jess.
Hey,
Jess.
Jess. Okay. What did you do for a little action?
So anyone that knows me knows I'm probably the most useless housewife you'll ever find.
Sure.
I
What a
I
title.
don't do cooking. I don't do cleaning. I'm pretty set in my ways, and I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Now, when I first met my now current husband,
Current husband. Funny. Keep going.
within the first week, I noticed he was pretty bad with cooking and taking lunches to work and cleaning and so on. So on my days off, I would drive about 35, 40 minutes to his house, and I would clean up, clean his
you
room, make
fraud.
his bed.
Are you joking?
This is a massive bait and switch, Jess.
Yeah, you're right, Nat.
I made all his lunches, his dinners, prepped them, put them in the fridge, and then I'd drive back home.
Okay, so
Yes.
there would have been a lot of pressure because obviously you said that you didn't really cook. So what were you cooking him for dinner?
I honestly got my mum to help me.
Yeah, right. But and then you're driving the 40 minutes back to your hovel.
Yeah.
So here he is going, this is the one
yeah.
that they said, look.
So-
I want a girl to look after me. This is her.
So
Yeah,
he locked
she
you
cooked.
down,
Yeah, I reeled him
and
in.
you got married.
I reeled him in, yeah.
What's the-
No, I
what's
don't
the
do any of
reality?
that.
You don't do any of
Yeah, nothing. I'm back to my old ways.
Oh,
He
that's
knows.
not
He
fair.
cooks, he cleans.
Fake
He
without
cooks
Jess.
and he cleans.
The reverse.
Faked him out, Jess.
You've
Well
got
done.
him, Jess. Well done.
Thank you. Sarah's in Sterling. Hello.
Hello.
I see.
Hi,
Right,
Sarah.
Sarah, what did you get into
Yeah.
for love?
So my now husband plays a very unique sport called underwater hockey.
Yes.
And I did not play this sport when I first met him.
No, because
but
nobody does.
No. No, but about 18 months to 2 years into our relationship, I realised that if I wanted to spend any time with him at all,
Yes.
I would need to take up the sport. And now we both play it, and we spend our quality time in the car on the way to the pool and the way back.
Do you like it?
Good question.
I do now, yes.
When you first started, you didn't, did you?
Well, I'd never really used a snorkel or anything before that, so I had to learn quite quickly to not drown.
Yeah.
But no, I do like it now, and we both play the sport now.
Underwater
Oh, my
hockey.
God.
Yeah.
When I was going out with someone years ago, the amount of mixed netball games I went to. Mixed netball is a different league.
That threw you out, didn't it? You were like, nah, too much.
It was a lot, and like I was just sitting on there on the edge, trying to act like I'm interested. I was never interested. So many games.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
And please formally welcome comedian Logie winner, most popular new talent, 2018.
Yeah.
If I'm
Haven't
not
done anything
mistaken.
since.
Dilrup
Recent
J Singer.
heart attack victim.
Well, that was
Yeah,
after
right on the applause button.
Jill.
I like that.
Bravo, more.
Done for
Jill.
having crap arteries.
Well, your show is called Heartstopper, so let's get straight to it.
So Heartstopper is obviously, two reasons. One was the heart attack last year, but also because in my mum's side of the family is Indian, and in Hindi, Rook means stop and Dil means heart. So Heartstopper was...
shit, so it was written in the
it was-
stars.
exactly.
This is your mum's
destiny.
fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so your heart attack happened last year during the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Uh-huh.
And did people laugh and think it was part of it?
Well, I didn't happen I was
It
not
wasn't
on
staged.
stage.
Okay, right.
No. It was
Because that
all,
would have been the worst.
But you didn't have a
Yeah.
big moment of, oh my God, stabbing pain, did you? Talk us through what it felt
was a
like.
tiny little pinch in my left bicep, and I was like, "Oh, Sean, maybe I just went too hard on the dumbbells." or
Yeah,
something."
I
Is that
know the
annoying?
feeling.
You know
And
what?
then I was
That
like,
would-
I haven't been to the gym in 8 months, so I don't think it's that. And I was like, oh, it couldn't be that. Then.
I would have died
It's not delayed
'cause-
onset muscle soreness, 8
Doms.
months in.
I don't have a left bicep to get a pinch in. So that was it, just a pinch.
Yeah, and so I just went, shake it off, and all this, literally the words in my head was like harden up, grow a pair, all those things started
Yep.
kicking in, and then I went, wait, why am I diagnosing myself? I'm not a doctor, much to my parents' disappointment.
Yes,
I'm not a
that's right.
doctor, so I thought I'll go to the doctors themselves, and the emergency ward doctor said basically, look, based on we don't think it's anything, we actually think it's psychosomatic because I said, oh really? 'Cause
One of those people.
Yeah, because they're like, oh well, because
gonna
you're
say.
breathing fine, your ECG is good,
Yes.
and you walked here.
Yes.
So like the fact that you walked here is clearly means that you're not having a heart attack. But he said, we'll do the test just to be sure. And then an hour later, he comes
must have
back,
felt
a
stupid.
very different doctor. Same guy, but a different vibe. Going, actually, we're going to keep you here a bit longer. I was like, oh, what's this about? He's like, yeah, look, it looks like you're having a heart attack. And
Whoa.
in that moment, it's very scary. But my first thought was like, hey, yes, I knew I was in a soft.
I was right. I knew I wasn't. I'd think the same thing.
Because I thought that.
I would.
I was like, yeah, it's so validating because initially they're like, no, you've come in here with a little bit of a boo-boo and we're
Yes.
going to kiss it goodbye. Here's
Yes.
a lollipop.
Yeah.
No, it's like, no, you're having a proper heart attack.
And you're like, woo!
And I walked through it.
Does it hurt around your heart? Like
No, so the
'cause,
heart itself doesn't have any pain receptors.
So, yeah,
it has
right.
to, injure every other thing. Your chest and your arms,
Yeah.
like
Yes,
sending signals
okay.
going, let this guy stop walking. Go,
Yeah.
go get the heart sorted.
But you were fit, because you famously had lost a lot of weight and you've done lots of running and that kind of
Yeah, I
thing.
did a full marathon.
Yeah.
And then to have a heart attack happen, it's just embarrassing. It's just like, talk about because simultaneously the thought I had while I was in the hospital going, you know what, I've been sober for 6 years.
Yes.
I've, got healthier and I still had a heart attack. Why did I bother? Let's just just use some of the needles around the hospital. Let's just go out with a bang. And then I realized, no, the truth is it's because I was fit that I actually survived it. So what happened is I had an 80% block in an artery that the doctor said the nickname for the artery is the Widowmaker.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
no,
I've
that
heard
one,
of the
yeah.
Widowmaker.
What a nice
And
thing
it's a
to hear.
pizza as well. You can order.
Yeah.
Is it? And
from
a
some
Bond
places.
villain, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
And basically, because the muscles around my cardio fitness was so strong, it kept pushing through the block.
Yes.
And that's why they looked at the ECG and said, the heart is
You're
pumping
fine.
great. So it is fitness that actually saved me in the end. But where the block happened is from like years and years of struggles.
Of good times.
Of good times. There's the pizzas that we're talking about.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We're talking about when there's been theft from a warehouse inspired by 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs that were stolen from a warehouse in the UK.
I tell you what,
Fair effort.
being a criminal, that'd be the dream, wouldn't it? A warehouse or a stock room,
Yeah,
Like,
it would.
Full of chocolate.
Eggs.
Just going straight there.
Linda, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Morning, Linda.
Linda, did the warehouse get broken into?
Well, I worked for a transport company in New South Wales before moving to WA.
Yeah.
And we didn't store the stuff. We supplied the semis, went out, picked it up, and over a period of 6 months, 2 of our semi-trailers were stolen, full of televisions and VCRs. Back in the day.
How does somebody steal a semi-trailer?
This is racketeering.
Well, it went into police investigations. They were never located. But months later, the semis would turn up burnt out. So not only did they take everything in it and they hid them somewhere, when they had off-sold everything, because you got to remember, these weren't flat screens back then. They were the big old
Yes.
box
Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
So they needed somewhere to store them, so they just kept the trucks with the trailers.
But it's hard
Then
to
they
hide
burnt-
that.
That's a bloody
Yep,
semi-trailer.
Yeah, 40 footers, huge. And, they burn them out as well.
So the drivers, what was, with the drivers, right? So they go to pick up the gear and they load it all up. How are they involved? Were they getting
Held
What
up.
was that? Held up,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they would be parked up at night, you see, because a lot of these trucks we would do interstate runs. So sometimes they would sleep in their trucks and other times they would be put up back in the day, some of them stayed at friends' places or whatever. I always suspected it was inside
Has
job.
to be.
Yeah,
This is
you
a
would
movie,
think so.
Linda.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever proven.
So think about it.
Perfect crime.
So the semi-trailer, you would probably take it that bush somewhere and then cover
you'd
it with
have to.
heaps of branches because it's a semi-trailer.
you would have to.
But like
you would have to.
VCR, a cheap
Yeah, back in the
VCR back
day.
in the day. Do you still have your VCR?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I do. I've got mine in the storage.
I've got a Blu-ray player.
good
that I
one,
found the
Brian.
other
Yeah,
day.
no, I've got my VCR in the storage.
Actually, it might
I
be
don't
worth
either.
something.
What was that, Linda?
The last thing I had was one of those things that you recorded straight from your television and it was had a little hard drive in it. I don't even use that.
Mate, I've got a DVD player still.
With
not
streaming
hooked up.
these days, you
I
don't
know, physical
need it.
media. That's what
Yeah.
it's called. But VHS,
Hilarious.
I've still got my watch. That's a thing you keep. I don't know why, but I've got a
Yes,
inkling
Brian.
that I'm going to retire.
Yes,
off it.
Brian.
Anya,
Thanks,
Brian.
Linda. Bees in Coburn, hello.
Good morning. How you going?
Good, B.
Did a whole lot of something get stolen, B?
Yeah, I was working for like one of Australia's biggest online pet retailers, and was at that stage where you're moving warehouses because you've gone from being one of the smaller guys to moving up in the chain, and somehow, of all the products you could steal, we had over $100,000 worth of dog flea and worming and treatment taken.
Stuff.
So no other product, no other, cats or anything like that,
Yeah,
just purely dogs.
Wow. So,
It's
I mean,
amazing.
like, that dog must have been so itchy.
I know, it's
Get
been
Scooby-Doo
pretty
in that
extreme.
case.
So when something like that and a large amount of it gets stolen, what happens is that you'd go straight onto eBay and stuff, wouldn't you, to see if someone's fleecing it, for a better word?
But the hardest thing is when there's so many companies doing the same thing, how do you know
It's an
if it's
opposition.
gone? You don't know where it's gone, or there's so many independents or little privates. Like, it's really hard because a lot of people do sell on those. So,
Yes.
and where we were located, you really needed to know that was the place.
So inside job, do you think?
So there
Yeah.
so with
had to be like, there was nothing caught on cameras or anything, so you even needed to kind of know those
Yes.
positions.
in your
Yeah,
opinion, was that
really
the best thing to have stolen? Or was there something better? What do you think?
That's
I
easy
would have
to
gone for a
offload.
whole lot of liver treats.
What, like 2 semi-trailer sort of schmackers?
That's right. But you'd be able to find that car because all the dogs in the neighbourhood would
Yeah,
be
they're
following it down the
following it.
street.
What was the recommended retail, B?
So true.
What did a bottle of that stuff retail for?
So your smallest sort of item retail-wise in something like that, when we noticed what they'd taken, was about $50.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's not cheap to deep freeze.
Yeah,
You get like that can be like
but
a
the
six-pack
majority
for
of
one a
it
month.
was, majority of it was like in those times like $150
Yeah.
Oh.
retail. So
Yeah.
it's at least $100 a packet to buy
Yeah.
at least, if not more.
And
because there's not a huge markup in them.
B, I know that you those things go on the weight of the dog. Was it just one particular size that went, or was it right across the range?
Look, I have to say it was the bigger size dogs that went, so you
Sean
do wonder
McManus,
what
looking
someone
at
was
you.
doing.
My dog hasn't
You know,
scratched for years.
it's a bit odd.
Sure.
Hey,
Only the
Hey.
big dogs.
Sean.
she can't prove it.
Well, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. You got nothing, you got
Any
nothing
camera-
on him.
Exactly.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We're talking about the things that if you live alone, you just don't do.
Yeah.
Not because you can't.
No, but you
It's
just
'cause
don't.
It's either too much effort or it's too much for one person.
Like mashed potatoes.
potatoes.
Yeah.
You don't make mashed potatoes because what a loser.
Anthony's in Ellenbrook. Good morning, Anthony.
Morning, guys. When I lived by myself, a mate of mine said never buy a roast chicken because who's going to do the wishbone with you?
Oh, Anthony,
That's really
you just
sad.
made it sad.
Did you stick with that, Anthony? Did you stay
Well,
with
you've
that for a
got
while?
two pinkies. You could do it
No,
yourself that way.
that's
You
pretty
always
sad, Nat.
win.
No, I
Very sad.
agree, Anthony. Mate, that's
Very
so
sad.
sad.
Yeah.
And then just like putting it on the windowsill so it dries,
dries out.
Oh, the whole process is
I
just
mean,
mortifying.
do people still do that?
What, break wishbones?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think. Oh, I've not done one for ages.
Well, you're
Because you
single.
live alone. Yeah,
I live
Sean,
alone.
Why don't we ask
Sean,
you?
and you're,
No, we don't
you,
do it in
you
our
go
household.
through 100,000 chickens a week.
Yeah, we do. I do a couple a week easily.
Oh, but then
no, we
again,
don't
you're
use
so rich you don't need wishes.
money
great point.
bag.
Oh, sorry, you just dropped some diamonds.
Thank you, Anthony. Is it Nate?
Nate.
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 Hello. Now, what can
Hi, how are
what,
you?
what
Good,
don't
honey.
you do because you live alone?
I don't eat potato chips out of the bag
No.
because I'm afraid of choking.
Oh, okay, you're afraid of choking.
Oh,
Nathan,
Well, I'm
you would
not
think-
really afraid of choking of anything, but just potato chips. I feel like one's going to get stuck one
it's a
day.
particular risk.
Because I think we're all going down the line of because you know how much.
Yeah,
those
eat them
persons
all.
eat
That's
Yeah.
why I won't take a bag
Yeah.
of potato chips in my house
Yes.
because I know that once it's gone, that's
That's
all
just
in
you.
me.
And once you pop, you
Yes.
can't stop.
And then you walk past, you just have one here and there,
Yes.
and no one's there to stop you.
No,
That's
and-
the thing.
and you
No
can't-
accountability.
But also you can't blame it on it. You
Yeah.
can't subconsciously blame it on anyone
Yeah.
else.
But I never
Like
in a
Sean does.
million years put dying into the mix.
Thanks for that.
So
Thanks. Now we're,
Okay.
Have
we're
you
not
had a
going to eat at home at all now.
Have you-
Have you had a close call before?
Well, I have. I had to quickly run to the kitchen and get a piece of bread.
and eat that to help it go down. So since then, I've not.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sorry, is that a
Yeah, that's
is that a thing?
Yeah.
You put some bread in.
Yeah, put some bread in. Yeah, to kind of push it down.
Oh, but my bread's in the freezer, so I'd have to like
that's going to
thaw that out. And I'm pretty sure that I passed out by
Glue in the
Thursday,
face.
waiting for the defrost. Oh my god!
Maybe, Nathan, as an emergency, you need an always defrosted piece of bread. So when you leave the house in the morning, put a piece of bread out so you've got one there for in the evening if things go bad.
But wait, can't I just like throw myself onto my back to Heimlich myself?
Yes, you can.
Heimlich yourself. That's a statement.
Nathan, that is actually what first aid people will
Oh,
tell
really?
you to
So
do.
literally, I'll just like
Against
throw
a
my
door frame,
or just like
to
straight onto
dislodge
the
it.
floor,
Just
like
gassing
death drop.
yourself.
Yep. It's not guaranteed it's going to work, but
Well,
it's
you know
worth a
what?
shot.
I just want to fight to survive, Natalie.
That's
That's all I
right.
want.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Having a +1 at a function
It's a responsibility.
and a risk.
It is a risk.
Sometimes, isn't
Well,
it?
it shouldn't be a risk because you know that person. You should know they're going to keep their clothes on. You should know they're not going to get in a fight with your workmates over the date on something on Back to the Future.
It happens all the time.
Tracy, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Trace.
Trace.
Now, who did you take as your +1? What happened?
So I took a friend to my sister-in-law's who was having a party. My friend, she got really drunk
Yes.
and she was drinking red wine, and my sister-in-law had a lovely cream carpet and she proceeded to spill red wine over that.
Oh.
And then as the night went on, she got on the coffee table and she actually put her heel through the coffee table.
Oh.
My sister-in-law wasn't impressed, I can tell you.
No.
Now,
imagine.
where does the responsibility lie when someone brings a +1, they ruin their carpet and put a hole in the coffee table? Is it you as the +1 invitee invite her to say that you're going to pay for the damages?
Well, we was Googling everything to try and, think
Stain
how
removal.
we could get the stain out of the carpet and stuff. But, I mean, the coffee table was irreparable, to be honest.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy, was the red wine provided by the host or did you take it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, if
it
you've
was.
got cream carpet, don't serve red wine.
Carpet will get spilt on if you're having
Yes.
a party.
That's on you.
Tables getting holes in them.
Yeah, different
That's
story.
a discussion. That's a discussion on where's the money
Oh,
coming.
I agree.
Love your accent, Tracy, by the way.
Yes, that's right.
In fairness to my friend, she actually wasn't used to drinking red wine, so
Nor am I.
it tipped her over the edge.
Clearly.
yeah.
Clearly.
Also
Well,
going
lesson
wrong.
learned.
Sometimes
Thanks, Trace.
a bit of a ninja, isn't it?
Chelsea, hello.
Hey guys.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi,
Hey,
Chelsea.
Chels.
Talk to us about your problematic +1. What happened?
My parents were living in Queensland for about 10 years and I really wanted to see them. It had been a couple of years and I needed a holiday. So my friend really wanted to come, so I brought her along with me. We actually went to Cairns for a few days and she was drunk the entire time, went back down to Gold Coast. She was staying with my family and no joke, 10 a.m., cracks open ciders, drinking all the time. And it got to the point where we were in surfers, we got tattoos. After that, she disappeared for 2 days, and just got blind drunk in surfers, ended up in some, kids resort thing that had all these slippery slides and everything.
Yeah.
And she just didn't even care. She didn't care. She was like, I was just having fun, enjoying my holiday. And I was like, oh, God.
Is that a
your
holiday?
parents.
If someone thinks that's a holiday.
I know.
Going missing and then turning up in a kiddie playland.
Yeah, see,
It's like that. That's like, yeah, this is what happens.
What were your parents
you're not
thinking,
on the
Chels?
hangover. Pull
YOLO.
your head in. You're a grown-up.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
parents wouldn't have been great with that, would they?
No, my mum doesn't drink. I actually don't really drink that much either. I do on rare occasions, but the point that she was drinking every day, all day, I couldn't even see the Daintree at all because I had to look after her.
And she couldn't see the danger and she was staring right at her. Janelle's in Coburn. Hey, Janelle.
Oh, hey, how you going?
Hey, Janelle. Now, who was the bad +1?
That was my darling husband.
What did you do?
So, oh my gosh. So we'd only been dating a few months. And we're at that age where, it's the first sort of lot of family weddings.
Yeah.
And we got invited to a wedding and he was my +1. I was a bit surprised that he was even invited to the wedding because we'd only been dating a small amount of time. And we were all having a great time and on the dance floor. And then he decided now would be a good time to start a little strip show.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
yeah, he is not the best dancer.
Or who needs to be?
Oh,
He just
God.
needs to be a good undresser.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, yeah. He's not the best dancer at any time,
Yeah.
really, even under the influence.
Sure.
But, so he decided to strip off and get up on the tables, and the belt was through the legs,
Oh,
and
was
ended
Sexy.
up completely butt naked.
Butt naked on top of the table.
First event.
Did anyone take the flowers off that table?
Oh, God.
And
I think the
lots of
flowers
your
ended up
family
somewhere.
there. Lots of your family there to see it, Janelle.
The whole
Everyone.
family.
Way to make an
With our-
impact.
We've got a big family, and we've learnt that if you don't get invited to the wedding, you rock up anyway. So everybody was there.
My thing is, how does he feel knowing the entire family has seen his penis? How's that?
I don't think he cares.
Okay.
It's interesting, isn't it? Either some people care or some people don't. Sean, would you be happy if your entire family had seen your
Or
penis?
Megan's entire family.
Megan's entire family has.
They have,
just
haven't
trying to
they?
think if they have, yeah.
haven't they?
And not when you're like flopping over one of the shoulders.
Thanks, Janelle.
It's tough to come back from an incident like that, isn't it?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.